Hey there, it's Brittany, and I am back. I am going to do a bracelet blitz. I just tried to film a tutorial, and the project I started just did not work. So I am a little frustrated, and when I am frustrated, I just want to create stuff. So I'm just going to relieve some stress, make some really fun bracelets, and go about the rest of my night. So I busted out a bunch of really cool like ethnic beads, African, bone, brass, and horn, and I have some gemstone beads, and I have some resin beads and some glass beads. I don't know if they're glass or if they're, I got these in Tucson last year. By the way, all the bead shows were closed or canceled, and I just like want to cry. So I got these last year at a bead show, and I think they're gemstone, but I can't prove it. So it doesn't matter. I'm not selling these. I got these in a haul. I think they're bone. Got these in that Chelsea's haul. They're so gorgeous. So I'm just going to show you some of the stuff that I brought out. I'm not going to use all of it. I might use all of it. Who knows? So I'm probably just going to make a bunch of stretch bracelets. If you're not into that, that's totally okay. Stretch bracelets are easy. So I'm going to label this a Bracelet Blitz tutorial in that it's really more design than teaching. So I'm just going to show you a bunch of the stuff that I have around me. Some agate, some more metal, a brass, African brass bead. I got these at a bead show in Ohio. It was actually 2 bone like mixes. So I'm sure there's some awesome stuff in there. Of course I can't have a bracelet blitz without some turquoise. I got these also from Chelsea's Beads. And then these were from a recent haul that I didn't film for you guys. So, and then I have some more stuff that I'm probably going to be up and down getting, but this was just like to start. So, and then of course I have my metal soup right next to me, and then I have all of my spacer beads and stuff right behind me. So let's get started. I'm just going to kind of cut open some of this stuff, and I think my nippers are still across the room from the other day. I gotta get up and get those at some point. Open up the turquoise, and we'll just kind of go wherever the beads take us. I know I want to do something with these beads. Or yeah, I want to do something with these. So this is going to be kind of like a how fast can I design a bracelet challenge for me. I think that'll be fun. I'm not going to think too hard about this. It's just to like get rid of some stress. So, and if I go silent, I'm sorry. Some of you might like if I go silent. So, I started a gemstone soup jar. There's not much in there yet, but I like one of these. I like a couple of these beads actually. Like these 2 came from, I think, a Jesse James bead strand, so I might use that. I think I have a couple agates. Oh, I have a cute little Z bead. So, anywho, we'll see where these beads take us, right? I'm going to empty out some of these spacers just up here. And we'll see what we come up with. It's a whole bunch of fun though right there. Like this guy. This one tarnishes really easily, but you know, sometimes tarnish looks good depending on the bracelet. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my elastic cord needle from Beadalon if I can find it. Maybe I won't grab it. Here's one. Okay, I think this guy's on his last legs, and I don't know if these will fit. Yeah, they will. So I'm literally just going to pile on some of these beads. I'm not thinking right now. That might be, oh no, we're fine. It's just the beads not straight. Okay. So this is really chunky with these. No, don't like that. I like it so far. Let's see how long this is. It's about 6.5 inches. I have a big spacer. I took most of my big silver beads out. Oh, I want one of these. All right, there's our first bracelet. I'm loving it. Let me grab some elastic cord. I think blinking you would have missed me making this bracelet. I'll probably design the rest on the board, but I just wanted to get through the first one to see how fast I could do it. And oh no, let's see, come on resin beads. Uh-oh, something happened here. And now I'm doing 4 through the beads at a time. Hold on one second. Okay, I have no idea how I did that. And it's probably me just going way too quickly. But I will go ahead and restring on my elastic cord needle. And then we're going to move these beads down. See, make sure your bead doesn't get caught on the needle. That'll make it can make the needle break. Yeah, this guy's on his last legs. He's on his way out. I want to make sure that that's squeezed down a little bit. I bet you that'll break off in a little bit too. I can just see it happening. I spent more time stringing the beads than I did designing the bracelet. Okay, so we'll move this down. We want to make sure we cut out any piece that had been in the needle because it's you can't use it any longer. It's it will affect the integrity of your bracelet. So just gonna grab the other end. We want to stretch. Make sure you stretch. Oh, yep. So we want to make sure we stretch really well. And there was a piece of this elastic that wasn't any good and it broke. So that's good to know beforehand. I'd rather the bracelet pop now than later on after I've been wearing it. That would be embarrassing. Hi, Goldie. She's coming in to say hi to everybody. And yeah, I think we're good. I want to make these bracelets with these chunky, huge beads a little bit longer than you normally would because they take up a little bit of the inside circumference of the bracelet. So I'm going to go ahead and tie. And I'm actually going to put a couple of these beads on the other side because I want the knot to go into one of the larger hold beads. Okay, so at the end of this, I'm going to go ahead and glue everything, but there's our first bracelet. It's so fun. It'll be a great stacker. I love it. I love how bright it is. I love that yellow orange, like mustardy, really dark mustard, like mango color next to the brown and the turquoise. Love it. It's fun to put on. It's very comfortable. So there's number one. Let's see. All these spacers are giving me a little anxiety. There's too much going on back there. So I'm just going to move a couple of them out of the frame. Okay, there we go. Next, I want to use something. I'm going to do something with these. I've had them for, like I said, for a year, just about. And I want to. What do I want to do with these? I have some bone that I like. I have the bone mix here. Let's see what we've got. Oh, that's a cool looking bead. Oh, we've got a little face. I love faces. Not for this bracelet, but I like these two. That would be neat. Okay. Let's see what else we've got in here. This is a cool shape, like a kidney shape almost. I like that guy. It's hard going from flat beads to such chunky beads, so maybe we won't use those right now. Okay. Now I would like to use some of these brass spacers. And then I have a bag here from the rest of the haul from the most recent ethnic beads that I bought. Got some clay. No, that's not gonna work. Oh, these are nice. I've got some focals leave those out. Got like a little mix here and some more clay. So there, I'm sure there's something here. Like I said, I don't really want to think too hard on it. These brass spacers, just a little bit bigger. I like this guy. It's very dirty. I like this little guy. And I like the green. All right, so how are we going to turn that into a bracelet? Get one of these. Okay, let me move some of this out of the way. So we have our focal, which is this guy, and if I was maybe a little bit more patient than I am right now, I would maybe find a charm that I can glue to this, but I'm okay with it just being bland because I'm going to have this guy, and this is pretty detailed. Get this out of the way. So just like that. And that there. I need one of the bigger spacers. Right here. Got my crystal soup. Just pulling out several crystals that I think might work in some of the bracelets we're going to do. Okay, and I dropped my lid. So, oh, and I have these cute little bone beads next to me. I think I used these recently in that pineapple bracelet, so we can kind of use those later on down the line. Okay. I like that. I like that. think I want the green in this one anymore. Let's see. I like it so far. There is something missing and I can't figure out what it is. Some spiciness, and I don't know where I'm gonna get the spiciness. Nope, there's the spiciness. Okay, just one turquoise bead. All right, so I'm gonna string this. I think I'm gonna do this one's gonna be a strung bracelet, not a stretch. I'll decide on the clasp in a little bit. Kind of challenging myself just to not think and design beforehand is really cool. And most of the time I do come up with designs on the fly a lot, but this one I'm not trying to make perfect. I'm just kind of throwing things at a dartboard and seeing what sticks. I love how eclectic this is. The good thing is using all these different supplies kind of gives your brain some exercise. Sometimes I forget that it doesn't have to be perfect, you know? We don't have to have a reason behind using a bead. Just use it because I like it. Oh, I don't like that though. Okay. So here's our bracelet so far, and I love it, like literally love it. We're at about 7 inches, so with the clasp we should be good. Let me see, what color clasp do I want? Since I use so many different color metals, I think it'll be fine no matter what I use. All of my clasps are, well, all my toggle clasps, I should say, are organized by color right now. I just have to find them. There we go. So I keep my toggle clasps in these 36 compartment, either 32 or 36 compartment bead boxes. 32 compartment, I just counted. And let's see, I'm gonna go for something. Oh, this is kind of neat. I just found these. These were in my stash that were in my storage unit, and I just found a whole box of toggle clasps after I organized my toggle clasps. So we'll go ahead and use that. I'm just going to find some crimp beads. I know I have, actually, I don't think I have antique brass crimp beads, but I might have gold. I know I have gold somewhere. Yeah, we do. We'll grab this. Sorry, for those of you who don't like a messy beadboard, this isn't your video. People who tell me to clean up the beadboard, I'm just like, nah, it's sorry, that's not how I work. Not today. Most days it's pretty messy, and that's how I like it. So if that's not your style, that's great. This isn't the channel for you, though. Just gonna point that one out. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna flat crimp this because my bead covers are big enough. Just want to make sure that those wires aren't crossing. And I'm gonna try and get that a little bit closer. And you can use a wire guard if you want. I never do because I don't know where they are. I have them. No clue where they are. And we'll just flat crimp that. We'll stick this through a couple beads. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to put on my crimp cover. The crimp cover is probably going to go inside the head of this bead cap because it's very large. Okay, we'll move this down. And before editing, I'm at 21 minutes and I have 2 bracelets finished. So that's pretty good. It's not bad. Most of that was just me trying to figure out what order I wanted to put these beads in. So I'll put my crimp on this side. Clasp. Pull it back through our crimp. This wire is from Beadalon. It's 7-strand. Just going to pull this. Oh goodness. Okay. Oopsie. See, these crimp beads are a little tight. They're a little small, so my normal pulling method, I have to just be a little bit more careful. Yeah, and see the crimp bead on this side is a little bit bigger than my bead cap. I don't have any bigger crimp beads. So I have 2 options. I can unstrand this really quickly, put another spacer here so this doesn't eat my crimp bead, or use a different bead cap, or I could crack this open and restring it. I think it's going to be just a touch easier to just restring it. I mean, I don't really want to re-crimp everything. Do I really care though? Yeah, I do, because this is gonna move all the time. I think I'm gonna find well, we'll see. I'll be right back. Okay, so I put just another one of those brass spacers and it was much better. And I'm glad I did that. So I am gonna go ahead and put on my last crimp again, and then my clasp. All right, and we don't want this bracelet to be like super straight while we crimp.
because we don't want a straight line when we try to put it around our our wrist. So I just want to make sure that there is not too much slack, because then it'll just be too loose. There's a fine line there. All right, so that's perfect. And then I'm gonna try and get my crimp bead out of the bead that's next to it. I want to make sure there's enough room to add the crimp cover. Just flat crimp that. I'm gonna cut off my extra wire. Make sure you cut the correct one. Then we'll put on our crimp cover. Love the use of a ton of different metals in this bracelet. We have bright gold, we have brass, we have antique brass, we have copper. No silver on this one though, but I mean, you could. Okay, so bracelet number 2 is finished. Love it. It's got some sparkle, it's got some turquoise, it's got some nice wood. I love it. Lots of texture in that bracelet. So here are, oh, I haven't cut the ends of this because I haven't glued that yet. So here are 2 bracelets so far. Okay, I'll set those off to the side. Now I'm going to try and clean up some of these wood and bone beads. I'm going to see what other, gemstones I have that would be fun to play with this. Okay, so my original video was going to be made with this focal, and I really want to use it in this bracelet. I found these beads. I got these from Joann's. It just says strung beads, but they're some kind of agate, and I like this. So we're gonna do like they're all asymmetrical today, but this one's gonna be pretty asymmetrical too, and it'll be a stretch bracelet. So I'm just going to put this guy like that. This guy's not gonna work. I do want to use something copper though. Maybe that'll just be the copper, because it's not copper, but it's bronzy. Keep trying to make the copper happen. Not that I want the face in there. I do want a face in there, but not that face. Hold on, I had another baggie of beads. Okay, so I found this face bead. You guys might recognize this from one of the eBay hauls that I had, but I also got it in this haul with this stuff. I added a really cool bicone wood bead, and then I want a piece of copper between here. So I'm just gonna find like a bead cap that'll work, or some type of spacer. So I have this bead cap. I don't know if that'll cover up too much of my bead. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's see, what else do we have? Be nice if I had another one of those. I do. Okay, so there's my design. It's going to be this stuff on this side and then blue on that side, and then they're going to obviously meet in the middle. I want my stronger elastic cord for this one, and I'm not going to use my elastic cord needle. I'm just going to do it in fast forward. Okay, and then we will, I already stretched the cord, and then we're going to go ahead and knot our bracelet. Okay, and then here's our really neat one-of-a-kind bracelet. And you can do this, I mean, you can use any color you want, and I really love how bright that blue is against like the copper and the older aged beads.
And, you know, nobody else, people are going to look at this and they're like, where'd you get that? I made it. So I really, really, really like this. So I'll add this to our pile. I want to try and do 2 more. This is like really helping my stress level. So just kind of just making. So I really want to make something with these. I need to. Okay. So I'll cut this open. I think these are citrine, or topaz. I can't. Well, they're probably citrine. So, or they could be quartz, but I really, really don't know what they are. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna look at my bead caps. I'm not seeing bead caps that I like for this, which is interesting because I have so many bead caps. So many bead caps. Just don't have the ones that I want, which is always the case, isn't it? Ah, these might work. These might work. I cannot remember where I got these from, guys. I'm so sorry. If you know that's your handwriting, let me know. Maybe Renee sent these. I'm not sure. All right, where's my beading wire? So I have my elastic cord needle. Let's see how this works out. See that they're just a little bit too small. There's some gap. There's some gap in there, but let's see how it works. Do I have... Oh yeah, I really like this, and it's easy. So easy. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go down the line, and actually I'm gonna start off with one of these because it'll help the beads settle on this needle a little bit more easily. I forgot how fun it is doing a Blitz video. I haven't done one in a very long time, and I'm sorry. Do have a bunch of ideas for Blitz videos. I just can't get them all done. I would love to do one that's like a completely like all friend mail stuff, like just stuff that my friends have sent me, because I don't keep everything separate. Some of it makes its way into my stash, but I've started now labeling everybody the things that people send me, so I can, you know, give proper credit when I make a video. Of course, it didn't work at the end anyway. And by work at the end, the bead slid around the end of the bracelet. Look at that. Isn't that so fun? It's maybe not like African inspired, but it's still really pretty. And I'm going to wear it. It's my favorite color. It's my birthstone. Not my favorite color. It's one of my favorite stones, my birthstone. So yeah, I think that's one of the Blitz videos that I want to do, because I keep everybody gets their own little box for some of the stuff, and then the rest just makes it into my stash. But I do try and label everybody's stuff. Obviously, I didn't do it with these bead caps, but I'm pretty sure Renee sent me these bead caps. Renee, if you're watching, let me know if you did. And, oopsie, wrong way. I love them. They're coming in handy today. I can't remember if I told you or not. These spacer beads came from Bargain Beadbox, or Beadbox Bargain's more likely. Their sister site. Okay, so let's see here. How long are we? I love this. It looks like beautiful orbs or something. Okay, so I need a couple more. Maybe just one more set. We'll see.
very vintagey to me. Yeah, I think that'll do. So, oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Okay. Let's see the size of the hole on this bead. I think we're okay to use the bigger. Sometimes I kind of run into a problem with this. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to use the smaller one. So this is just 0.8 millimeter. I think that other stuff is 0.7. And I'll just hook it on my elastic cord needle. Oh, and I broke it. So now I can kind of show you what happens when I break a needle. Normally I would just replace it. They're about $5. They last a few months. Emma has made her own, and I haven't seen how she did that yet. I don't really know what gauge wire she used, but it looked really handy. So I'm going to have to do that at least once. So there was a little bit thinner spot up at the top. And sometimes this won't go through. Once you fix it like this, it won't go through some beads because it's a little bit thicker than the regular elastic cord needle. But I just fold it over like the original elastic cord needle. And you might need to bring that out a little bit because it's gonna be too small to get your elastic cord under. So let's see if this will work. Sometimes you really gotta slide it under there, and if this doesn't work, I'll just undo it a little bit. There we go. So I know one of the feedback things that I always see when I buy these is they break, they don't work. Well, they're not flawless, that's for sure, but they work for what I need them to, and they work for a while. Okay, and I'm just going to work those beads back over the head of the needle. Now we're going to cut off this part because, as you can see, it's not the same. It doesn't even look the same. You can tell that's like gouged. We're going to cut that off so it doesn't make it into our bracelet. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead, cut off the other edge. We're going to stretch this and then knot it. So I've stretched the bracelet, just making sure everything's correct. I didn't miss a bead cap. I didn't miss a spacer bead. Nope, we're good. Go ahead and do our knot. And then I'll use my GS Hypo Cement after I'm finished with the other bracelets. This one is gorgeous. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, it looks really small. So it's fine. It's fine. There's some wiggle room in there, but it's really pretty. Really pretty. Okay, so we're at 4 bracelets. I want to make one more. How about this guy? I'm going to put away my spacers. About this guy, and then these bone beads that I got out. I know I got out 3. I have these focals, but I don't want to use those. I have this guy. I like that guy. I have this guy. No. It's the same one. Okay. Oh, I wish I could find 6 of these. That's the trouble with the bead soup, because you never know how many you're gonna have if you don't like dump out the entire thing. The bead soup comes through. Okay. Yeah, I know you're thinking like silver and brass, Brittany. Yes. So we'll go those. Be a very chunky bracelet. I don't want crystals in this. No.
I'm gonna look through my gemstones and see what I can. Okay, so I found a bag of Amazonite that I've had probably at least 10 years. So I used to make really beautiful necklaces with these beads, but the thing was I got them from Doris in Ohio, and the quality control wasn't there. Like, of course there's gemstone beads, but none of the beads were ever like the same, so you'd have to buy like 3 or 4 strands just to get similar beads. So I have a whole bag of beads that I never would have used back then because I didn't see the value in beads that looked like this, but now I do, and I'm so thankful I kept them. So keep your beads, guys. That's one hoarder to another. So I'm just gonna put some all different types in here because I like how eclectic they look. I don't like that one, so I like this guy who has got some brown in him. And then we've got like a lighter blue. Then we have like this really dark one. So this one's very similar to, well, all of these are very similar to each other, and that's kind of the point of a blitz. This one, but do you see how completely different it would look? Like you can't wear them together because they don't match, but they're the same principle. Like a gemstone, a focal, and some coordinating beads. So I'm just gonna, this is my set. So I think, yeah, we're gonna go stretch bracelet. And then I'm just going to do that and fast forward. Okay, I stranded the bracelet. I don't know if you saw me struggling while in the fast forward, but I had one bead cap that was different, and I didn't realize it until I got it on there, and then I went back and forth like, do I really care? No, I don't care. No, I do care. So I did finally find one that matched. I'm gonna go ahead and I already stretched this, do my 3 knots. Then we're gonna glue all of our bracelets. Hopefully, I have my glue here. So I always use GS Hypo Cement on elastic cord bracelets. And then I just apply, I'm gonna tighten that a little bit. Apply it to both sides of the knot. We'll work it through there, and then always pull again to kind of work that in there. Set it aside for 5 minutes. So I'm going to make sure my bracelets are tight before I put the glue on. Then I'm going to, oops, see, we have glue. This glue is not that bad if you get it on your skin. And then I'm going to pull it and then set it aside. We have our next bracelet. And of course, I'll do I'll clear this up, and we'll look at each bracelet once we're done. Whoops, and I want to pull that tight. This one doesn't need it because it was strung. And then this one, this bracelet's a little loose because of the elastic cord I used. So I'm going to tighten it up a little bit more. Put my glue on the knot, close up my glue because this stuff will get everywhere. And then we'll tighten the knot again. And I will be back to show you our finished products. Okay, so we have our finished products, and I'll just do them in the order in which I made them. Here's the first bracelet. I just love these beads so much. Those are from Chelsea's Beads. And I just love how eclectic this is. We've got a really nice contrast with the like mango color, the brown, and the turquoise. It makes me happy. And you can use this by itself or just make a stacker, you know, just make a couple coordinating ones with these beads and really show off, you know, your focal beads. Number 2 was our strung bracelet. They're like little kidney bean wood bead. You know, even in the future, if I felt like it, I could glue on a charm or something pretty cool onto that. I just like this one. It's
it'll keep me occupied if I'm bored. So I can look at the different types of beads on here. I have this Indonesian bead with the turquoise and coral inlay. I've got the carved wood bead. Yeah, that one's wood. I've got a crystal, bone, carved bone. I've got a copper, this really neat clasp. More, I think that's bone. A Z bead, this beautiful sun, gold bead, and a turquoise bead. So this one's got it all. My favorites, my sun, my turquoise, and just, it's just so eclectic and I just love it. Next we made, I can't remember. Yeah, we made this one next with our horn bead in the middle. I love it. I love it. I love how bright this side of the bracelet is versus how, vintagey looking this side of the bracelet is. And I love how this crystal gives it a little bit of pop. You never know what's going to come out. You just throw some beads on the board and design that way. There aren't any rules. There really aren't any rules. As long as you make sure that the beads, the bracelet won't snap or, come undone, as long as you crimp it right, there aren't any rules. So this one's so much fun. Next we made our, this is like vintage glass inspired. I just love it. They look like little amber orbs. Oh, that makes me so happy. I want to eat it. It's so yummy. And then last but not least, this really eclectic bracelet. I know these are old. I can't even tell you how old those brass beads are. I think these are bone. They're very heavy though. And I know these are at least 10 years old. I mean, obviously they're stones, so they're older than that, but some really nice Amazonite pieces. And I don't know what this is. It came off of a Jesse James bead. I think it's mixed strand. I think it's just agate, but I can't tell. So I used a heavier thickness. This is the stuff from Amazon that says it's 0.8 millimeter, but it's very thick and unforgiving. So because there are some really heavy beads on this, I really wanted it to be strong stretch cord. So overall, I had a ton of fun doing this, got some stress out. It's a little frantic, but you never know which Brittany you're gonna get. So here are our 5 bracelets. I actually don't know if I would maybe I would wear these two together. Yeah, these two could be worn together. These two could be worn together. I don't think I would wear those two together. I wouldn't wear those two together. This one, these two could be worn together. So it seems like this one could be worn with a bunch. But I think all these other ones I would just either wear by themselves or make coordinating bracelets to go with. So that's another thing. If you just want to do a blitz, make 5 totally different things. And then if you're doing sets for gifts or you're selling or you're just making for yourself, do 5 different bracelets, completely different. Then the next day or whenever you have time, come back, make a coordinating bracelet for this or make a coordinating necklace for this. It's a great way to increase your creativity. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It is Friday night and I'm going to post this tonight. It's very late, but I'm going to post it tonight. I do want to let you know Sunday I'm going to have a special video, so stay tuned. Sunday afternoon I'll be posting that video. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for Goldie. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Those little paws. Oh, I woke you up. You want a tummy rub? Is that what this is? Oh yeah, here you go. Oh, look at that cute little ear. Say good night, everybody. Good night. Oh.